All right, Merritt Web YouTubers, we're back with some Yuck, It's Math. You might find this fascinating, you might find it confusing, but what I'm going to do is show you the mechanism that I used to score defenses. Kind of complicated, try to bear with me. I won't go too long here. You're either going to get this or you're not, but I'm going to show it to you. It took me some time to figure out that this was the right way to score this. Now, I've already got James loaded here. Let's see, we're going to go down. I'm going to preview his results just for... all right, so you see he's got 7 is his highest, 6 next, and so on down around the corner here. No level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 have scored. But what we understand from this, from our discussion of interpreting this, is that level 7 is far worse as far as dealing with reality, testing reality, than level 2. Level 2, you can still be living in a real world, interpreting reality for the most part very well. Level 7, not so much. We're talking about significant psychosis. And as we go from 2 to 7, it gets worse and worse and worse at each level. Last time we discussed how you can open up the defense mechanisms section in documentation to show you what each of these levels means. You see it's a progression from worse to worse to worse, all the way down to the absolute worst that it can be in level 7, where you have complete breakdown of defensive regulation of reality. Okay? So it's kind of important when we score this that we just don't flat score it. We need to have a means of scoring this in place so that level 7, even if there's only one item there, is going to overpower level 2, because if a person has something in level 7, then it's going to overshadow the stuff that's in level 2 or the stuff that's in level 1. We need to show that if a person's in level 7, or level 6, or level 5, and they got stuff in level 2, the level 5, 6, 7 is going to overshadow the person's ability to interpret reality. Now, I don't want to go too long here, and I want to show you what I used. I've got some images open here from Google, much better than me drawing these out, because you never understand what I'm doing if I draw them out. There's a man named Leonardo Fibonacci, lived from roughly 1170 to 1250 AD. And he came up with a numerical sequence. It's called a golden sequence. And I'm going to look at this sequence. This is of WikiHow. I did a Google search and got this. His sequence is like this. Notice the numbers pull down from the yellow to the blue. 1 plus 2 equals 3, and then you go on. 2 plus 3 equals 5. 3 plus 5 equals 8. 5 plus 8 equals 13. And this goes on forever and ever and ever. Well, but what's really neat is when you draw this on a graph, this is what you get. You call this the golden rectangle. Why is it golden? Because it's everywhere. Where is it? Well, how about in a seashell? Or maybe we can find it in a hurricane. Maybe we can find it in a sunflower. Okay, I'm going to click over here. You can see the golden rectangle in the middle of the sunflower. It is everywhere. Spiral galaxy, everywhere. It's absolutely everywhere. So, go back to here. I use this Fibonacci sequence in my scoring for the defense mechanisms. Level 1 is scored as number 1. Every item in number 1 is scored as level 1, or is scored as number 1. Every item in level 2 is scored as a 2. So you got 3 of them in there. It's 2 plus 2 plus 2. The score is going to be 6. Level 3 is scored at 3 points per hit. Oh, level 4. Now we're beginning to break away. 5. Level 5. 8 points for each one, and so on, up to 21 points for each item in level 7. We want level 7 to overpower and overshadow anything comes before it, because we're talking about defensive dysregulation. This person is no longer testing reality. So that's how I score this. I accumulate all these scores, and they end up equaling the whole. So if you had 1 from each, you'd have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 5, an 8, 13, and a 21. 21 is the highest score. 21 divided by a total of 51 if you add all those up, and you find out that this is going to be 40-some% of the whole score. So it's going to overshadow everything that goes before it. And the dysregulation is going to be accented. So 1 plus 1 does not equal 2 at this point, because 1 plus 1 is actually 1 plus 21 if you're talking about 1 from number 1 and 1 from number 7. In that case, you'd have a 22, and you see that level 7 is completely overshadowing. We want to look for the dysregulation here in a person's ability to deal with reality. And that's why I have used this sequence, because you can see that nature itself speaks very highly of how this works. That's how we use, that's how the mechanisms are scored. And if you have any questions about that, shoot them to me, and we'll deal with them.